So today's video is going to be a spring self-care and beauty favorites video. Lots of stuff in here. We got some skincare, we have a device, we have makeup, we have a little bit of everything. But I did want to ask you guys a question really quick before we go any further. I was getting ready to gather all these materials together because I like to do a beauty favorites video once a season, once a quarter, something along those lines. And I was gathering everything together, and while I am a huge fan of every single thing I'm going to talk about today, I noticed that the majority of the favorites that I have are home related, because I've kind of set an intention to put more energy and focus onto my home. My southern accent has been coming out so much more lately, y'all. I'm sorry. And I've been enjoying the process a lot more lately. It's probably got something to do with like the whole spring cleaning thing we tend to go through as people. And I have tons of home favorites and lots of content around home I want to make in general. So if you guys want to see a home favorites video, or you guys want to see more home videos in general, let me know, because I'm already doing it and it would just be great to find a way to integrate this into my content. And I feel like taking care of your home and taking care of your spaces is a very feminine, high maintenance energy thing to do. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I feel like I haven't sat down and just had a dialogue with you in a while, as opposed to these kind of like regimented scripted videos or heavy on one particular idea I'm having. Not a lot of just catching up videos. So maybe soon, if you guys want to see a updated makeup tutorial of what I've been wearing on my face so much lately, I can do that, but I'm not very adventurous with makeup, so I don't even know if you'd be interested in it. Yeah, all that being said, let's just get started with these products. As I said, there's a mixed bag in here for sure. So I think I want to do skincare first, and I want to start off by talking about my current cleansing oil, first cleanse, whichever one you want to call it. And I mostly feel compelled to do this because I told you guys that I was enjoying a product not too long ago that has caused me so many hardships in life, and it took me a while to figure out what it was. I was talking to you guys, I don't remember which video it was, maybe I talked about it on Instagram, but I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Good Molecules Cleansing Balm, I spoke about in a recent video. I loved it at the time. I did get some feedback when I mentioned that I liked it, where some people were like, oh, I felt like there was a film on my skin. I felt a film on my skin. I couldn't feel it at the time. Still don't know if I could feel it if I even started using it again. However, what was happening was there clearly was a film being left on my skin, and as a result, I went through one of the worst breakouts of my life. If you guys have been watching my channel recently, you've probably noticed it. It's a big part of why I haven't wanted to be on camera, because it was a painful breakout that I did not want to put makeup over. I wanted to keep my skin breathing and keep medicine on it and pimple patches. I've gotten multiple facials trying to get it under control. It took me way too long to figure out that it was my cleansing balm. So if I sold you guys on any of that and you've noticed a breakout situation, that could be it. It is what caused mine. I picked this up the other day to kind of take its place, and I've used this before. I don't even know if I said what it was. This is the Dermalogical Pre-Cleanse. I've used this before. It's been years, but I typically get first cleansers from SoCo Glam or K-Beauty, and obviously once I figured out that it was the cleansing balm, I didn't have time to wait for an order to come in, so I just ran to Ulta, picked this up because I remember enjoying it in the past, and I still love it. So if you guys have never tried this as your first cleanser before, I highly recommend it. It actually does get everything off. No oils, no residues left behind, doesn't break me out, rinses clean, feels nice on the skin, no added unnecessary ingredients. Dermalogica as a whole, in terms of like more Sephora/Ulta branded skincare, I think is a solid line overall. So just wanted to clear that up. If you guys went off my recommendation and had issues with it, I always want to correct myself if I feel like I've led you astray, and that's a good example of me doing it. This is the 17V Derma Rest for the Stressed Skin and Soul Pibu Wang mask. Pibu Wang, I hope I'm saying that correctly. I was relying heavily on soothing sheet masks while I was dealing with that breakout, because it was cystic, it was painful, and I was using a lot of prescription strength skincare to try to like spot treatments, essentially, to try to get rid of the pustules. I hate that word. And my skin felt really irritated. There's only one other thing that was helping, and I'll talk about it in a second, but my skin just wasn't feeling awesome. And these types of masks, like this one in particular, is so well formulated for soothing and hydrating the skin. If you're like me and you use things like retinols, AHAs, Retin-A, and if you especially have to do it in order to combat breakouts, you would love this one, because like I said, very soothing to the skin. And the other one I've been relying a lot on is the Cica 100 mask from Dewy Tree. how cute of a name is that, by the way? These are both excellent. I will leave them down below if you're interested. I told you, my southern accent's coming out so bad lately. I'll leave them down below if you're interested. Highly recommend. So the next products I'm going to talk to you guys about are actually this video sponsor, and that is Naked and Thriving Skincare. This line was sent to me a little while ago. Usually when I get products like makeup or hair stuff, I feel like I can get a sense of what they are and what they can do pretty quickly, but skincare is something totally different. Every time my managers send me an offer for skincare or things I have to ingest, I'm always like, tell them I need some time, because I really want to feel them out and see what they can do, if my skin's going to react to them negatively, if there's any people I would recommend against using it. And for this line, there's a certain group of people in particular I think are really gonna like it, and I'll get into that in a minute. But in general, I think pretty much anyone could pick this line up and totally love it. So they sent me their Protect Face Serum, their Prevent Face Oil, the Revive Eye Cream, the Renew Face Serum, and the Rejuvenate Face Oil. I felt so spoiled. I did enjoy all of these, but the ones that I enjoyed the most and the ones that I'm going to talk to you about today are the Renew Face Serum and the Rejuvenate Face Oil, because during my breakout situation and while I was trying to kind of get my skin back under control, I really needed to pare down my products quite a bit, just focus on like the medicated spot treatment I had, a gentle cleanser, and then adding these in. And even though my skin was really going through it in terms of trying to add a lot of spot treatments and actives and things of that nature to kind of get the breakout to stop, I found that I could still put this in my routine a few nights a week. I'm gonna read you what's in it really quick just so you know. This is a sugar glycolic acid, a fruit AHA, a ferulic acid, and hyaluronic acid. In this serum, this is your nighttime resurfacing kind of wake up with brighter, glowier skin serum. And even though, like I said, my skin was really going through it, I did not feel like this added any amount of irritation to it, but I did notice that the nights that I used it, the next morning my skin would look considerably brighter. And I think the main reason I wasn't having any issues with this irritating my skin is that I was combining it with the face oil. Not to mention, I think this is formulated well with the amount of hyaluronic acid that's in it, but the face oil is beautiful. And I'm someone who has to be careful with face oils or anything in the world that could clog my pores apparently. But these two together, such a beautiful, beautiful combination. This has sea buckthorn, pomegranate, rosehip, and argan oil. And typically what I would do, I wash my face obviously with a very gentle cleanser, toner, essence. I would put on the Renew Face Serum, pop on a little bit of the eye cream, and seal the deal with the Rejuvenate Face Oil. And my skin just loved this combination. So what I noticed with this more than anything is the texture of it was beautiful. It absorbed into the skin nicely. No added fragrances or anything along those lines to irritate my already heavily irritated skin. So on top of everything else, Naked and Thriving is very committed to their practices as far as it pertains to their carbon footprint and how their shipping affects our environment. So they're very conscious of that in the shipping process. And on top of that, every bottle sold results in a donation made to a nonprofit that plants trees. Also, the products are organic, vegan, sustainably sourced, and they are formulated without synthetic chemicals. So all around, I think this is a really good brand. You guys should definitely check them out if you haven't heard about them. There is a link down below, and if you use it, you will get one free Naked and Thriving Deluxe Mini with purchase of any full size product. So thank you very much to Naked and Thriving for sponsoring today's video. You guys will hear more from me on this line for sure. And let's move on to the rest of my skincare in this video, because I think I only have one more thing. This is the Medicube Ager. I don't know if I'm saying this correctly. I recently did a sponsored video with them highlighting this device. You guys know I love devices. I talk about them all the time on my channel. And this is the most interesting device I've ever used. I don't know if the video has gone up before or after this video, but I will link it down below if it has come out, and if it hasn't, keep your beautiful eyes peeled. You need to learn about this device and test it out, particularly if you suffer with TMJ or jaw pain. This has been the single most beneficial thing I have tried outside of Botox for my jaw pain thus far. I've got no Botox. I told you I can't get my accent under control today. I have no Botox right now, and I haven't had Botox for over a year. The honest to God truth is, because I heard somewhere a while ago that Botox can trigger anxiety, and after what I went through last year, I'm just afraid to get back into Botox, but I haven't had any in a while, and when I do have it, it helps with my jaw pain a ton because it paralyzes the muscles right here that I clench constantly, and the pain that I get from clenching my jaw is just incessant. It's exacerbates over time. It causes neck issues. It makes my eyes hurt sometimes. Like, it really causes me a lot of trouble, and this thing has knocked it out. I use it once a day, and not only does it massage it out and make it, my jaw feels like it's floating, like it feels so much better, but it also snatches your face. Like, it lifts it or it slims it, depending on which setting that you pick. You can put it on your body, and like, it will massage you very, very intensely. Like, you will feel like you went to a spa. And like I said, there will be a full dedicated review video about this, but typically when I do sponsored content, you will see it show up in a favorites video at some point, because I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea that if it's sponsored, I don't actually love it. If it gets sponsored, it means I loved it because I'm willing to stamp my name on it. But this in particular, if you're just kind of bored with your facial devices, want to try something new, or struggling with TMJ, want to snatch your face, try this. I will leave information for it down below. I lied, there's one more skincare product. This is the Color Science Sheer Matte Sunscreen Brush SPF 30. This has been my on-the-go sunscreen of choice, and it's my first experience with a powder sunscreen, and it's getting to be like that spring, summer time, so more sunscreen, more time outside, essentially, is the name of the game. I do like this a lot. I feel like it does work. The only issue I have with it, and you guys tell me if you know any tricks to this, is that because it's attached with a brush like this, I don't want to like sweep it on my skin like so, because it disturbs my makeup if I happen to be wearing it. So I tend to like hit myself in the face with it like this to get it out, and I just don't know if that's the most effective way to do it. So if you guys have any well tried and tested tricks for this kind of powder sunscreen, please let me know, because I do need a powder sunscreen, particularly in summer because I get so oily, and I do love the formula of this. So please tell me what you think about this type of a product and your fun facts, tips, and tricks. Bumble and Bumble Hair Dressers Oil. I actually tried several products from this particular line of Bumble and Bumble because Abby Young here on YouTube, don't watch her channel if you're watching your finances. That's all I got to say. Every time I go on her channel, it's like, let me check my bank account really quick, because she always talks me into buying stuff. Although I am learning her and I have very different hair textures, because things that work for her, some things that work for her that I try, end up being too hydrating for me. Even with me having hair extensions, like I can't, and bleach on my hair at that, I can't get away with things that make my hair shaft too slick, because my hair is so fine that it'll just lay totally limp and won't do anything. And that was true with a couple of the products from this line, so I can't recommend those, but this, I love this oil. It is so nice if you're the type of person who tends to do the once a week wash, which is what I do, and then I live off of dry shampoo and hair oil every other day once my hair starts to look dirty. And then once you use too much dry shampoo, the ends start to look dry. It's kind of like your no water needed wash routine, where you got to find yourself a good dry shampoo and then slather those ends up a little bit with a good oil, and then your hair will last for quite some time. And like I said, I am committed to only washing it once a week as it is. And this one works really well. For the most part, I've used the Kerastase oils the most. That's the one I've repurchased the most times. But this one I really enjoy because it's so silky. Like, it feels like, just the texture of it is so nice. It has a nice clean fragrance that's not too overpowering. It can get heavy like the rest of this line if you use too much, so you have to be sparing with it. Like, I rubbed it throughout my entirety of my hands. That did not want to come out. And then I kind of flap it through my ends, and they just look smoother, softer, a lot healthier in general. And I just love it. It also protects against heat. It detangles. It's a good solid product, and I haven't done any hair content in a while, so this is my current jam. These are some K-Beauty makeup products that I have been loving lately, and I wanted to talk to you guys about. And again, I'll do an updated makeup routine soon if you guys are interested, although again, it probably will be boring. But you might see some of these products in it, and one of them is the Clio Street Brick. This is in the color Street Brick. I got this like a year ago from Yes Style when I was working with them, and I totally forgot about it, picked it up and started using it. And I was just like, what the heck? Like, these shadows, first of all, these palettes are not very expensive, but the formula themselves is unreal, especially their shimmers. Like, I don't typically go too crazy for a uber shimmery look these days, but if I do want to go down that rod, these are what I'm pulling for. They're just so stunning. These mattes are impeccable. They're so soft and they blend so well. Like, the color story here is right up my alley. I mean, you guys tell me the last time I reviewed an eyeshadow palette. I bet you would spend like a year, if not longer. So that should say something. This is the Rêve de Paris Moonshot. I have a terrible French accent. It usually sounds Spanish, excuse me. But as another palette, K-beauty palette that I've been enjoying. And as I'm telling you guys about this stuff, I'm realizing who knows if these are still available because I've had them for so long. If they are, I will link them down below, or in general, I will link these brands down below so you can try their other products, because if these are any indication of the entirety of the line, then I want to try everything they have, especially this guy. This is so little, it can fit in your makeup bag so easily, and again, with the quality, just so nice, you guys. Haven't talked about eyeshadows that were not eyeshadow sticks in a hot minute, but when it comes to palettes and powders, these are the ones I have been gravitating to the most. These are the Uni, again, got these from Yes Style. Eyeliners, I have one in brown, I have one in black. What I love about these in particular, you guys, is gonna be such a particular thing. Go with me. First of all, if you're like me and you have hooded eyes and you have to tight line, it is not, you ever see some girls who can tight line and they just like stick a pencil in their eye and they can like wiggle it in there and get it done? I have to flip my eyelid completely up and get up in here, and I have to tight line because when I curl my lashes, you can see the skin underneath my lash line. It's a whole thing, okay? I don't like it. It is what it is. This is perfect because it's so small. Usually when I use eyeliners that are bigger and have a bigger tip on them, they're painful and I end up poking myself in the eye, but not the case with this. And look how dark it is. Look how dark it is. They also have good staying power. Like, these are super impressive eyeliners. Again, I don't think they were very expensive. The brown one I use on my lower lash line, like out here in my outer corner to smudge it out. Just impeccable. These are such nice eyeliners. They just work so well. They're silky, they're pigmented, they're small. Something about the size of them is what's getting me, because I have smaller eyes and I like, even with my eyeshadow brushes, I like detail precision brushes, and these just, they're really good. I'll link them down below. And my last two K-beauty products, this is, and I mentioned this in my recent makeup bag video, I'll put it somewhere around here, but this is the, I believe they're called Indrum and Indrum. I don't know. I'll leave it down below. This is their Glasting Water Tint. If you guys know of any other products or brands that are doing something else like this, let me know, because I know I'm gonna run out of it. I use it almost every day. Every day that I do my makeup, especially if I'm running errands or if it's a no makeup day, I just pat this all over my lip with my finger and blend it out, and it gives the prettiest like flush of color, but the texture is kind of like a balm and it's not drying, and it just makes you look so fresh and youthful, and it's comfortable on the lips, and it's a stain so it lasts. Like, I go on and on about this, but I want more. So if you guys know of any other brands that are doing this, let me know. And at the very least, if you haven't tried anything like this, check this out. I was given so many of this type of product in the K-beauty realm, like the puff paints and the lip stains, and I like a lot of them, but my favorite, hands down, is this formula, and in particular this color. Again, it's the Glasting Water Tint and the color Purple Showers. I did a video, anytime you guys have seen me wearing like a berry or like pink lip recently, it hasn't been a whole lot, but you guys always ask me what it is. It's this. Lastly but not leastly, this lip gloss, as you can tell, I love it. Again, I'm not sure the brand because I can't read because I'm 1,000 years old, but this is called the Fluffy Lip Tint. That much I can see. And it looks like the name of the brand is Heiss, H-E-I-S-S. I will link it down below. I love this lip gloss. Like, it has the prettiest, like purpley pink, fine glitter in it. The texture is really nice. And with these two together, are like my lazy girl makeup day. Like my lazy girl makeup day is like the foundation I'm going to mention in a minute, concealer, a little bit of bronzer, blush, a brow, mascara. This doesn't sound super lazy, but it is. And then this, and it just makes you look so fresh and juicy, and like someone's gonna want to make out with you. So I will link these down below. If you guys didn't know, Christian Audette came out with some lip glosses, and as you guys know, all those white lipsticks back there are Christian Audette. They're pretty much the only lipsticks I wear now, and their lip glosses are phenomenal. They are incredible. The product itself is absolutely stunning. The texture is amazing. The colors are beautiful. They smell good. The packaging is amazing. Like I'm wearing this one, or now I'm wearing this one on top of it. But before I started filming, I put this one on. Can you see right there? That's Mimi. But I also really love, I think it's pronounced, I told you I don't do French very well, Jardin de Paris. I don't know, you guys. Can't take me anywhere. This is the other one I love right here. It's more of a kind of beigey nude gloss, but oh, they're so good. If you guys have not tried these lip glosses, highly recommend it. I do have a discount code for you down below if you do want to try it, but in general, Christian Audette lip products are my favorite. So I have a couple of products from MAC, which is super, actually I have 3 products from MAC, which is random because I don't feel like anybody talks about MAC anymore, but my Ulta just got like a huge MAC gondola in it, and the closest MAC store to me outside of that is like 35 minutes away, so I don't go very often, and their website sucks, and they're just a brand I like to shop for in public. And the first thing I picked up that I haven't had in forever, and I don't know why because I forgot how amazing it was, is the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara. If you're like me and you have like crap lashes, you're gonna like this. The fact that the brush is so skinny, and you see how, like, I don't know if you can tell, but it has the most tiny little grooves that grab on and lengthen every single lash. And this used to be kind of a cult classic lower lash mascara, and obviously it's great for that as well. But I use this on both, and it literally makes me look like I have lashes. So this is an OG, something I haven't talked about or picked up in a while, but I just wanted to tell everyone it's as good as we all remember. Speaking of good, I asked you guys in a recent video to recommend a good liquid liner for me because I was using the Kat Von D, whatever it was, and I was annoyed by it because it would work, but there was this really weird sweet spot you had to get it in. When you first got it, it was too wet, and then it gets too dry, like it's like Goldilocks, right? This is the MAC Brush Black 24-hour liner. I don't know if I had ever used this before I picked it up the other day, but let me tell you, this is a serious eyeliner. I love Barefoot Contessa. I don't know if you guys have ever watched her before. She always describes things as like, she'll be like, I'm gonna make a pot pie with the volume turned up. This eyeliner the volume is very turned up. Like the brush is so tiny. It is so easy to manipulate and control, almost too easy. It does take a second to get used to how finely tipped and mobile it is with the flick of a wrist, if you will. But it's intensely pigmented. I'm wearing it today. It's like my new favorite liquid eyeliner in the world, and I thought I'd tell you about it. So the last thing from MAC that I wanted to mention is the MAC Studio Radiance Face and Body Foundation, which I believe, I don't know if they changed the formula, but the MAC Face and Body Foundation has always been a favorite of mine, even when I was a makeup artist. Like I always had this. It's a classic for a reason. If you want glowy, natural looking skin, this is what you want. It is buildable. It is beautiful. They have tons of colors that you can mix and match to get your perfect, like I have 3 of these. I'm constantly mixing them up, figuring out which one is my shade. I'm wearing it today. I wear it constantly. It's just the sheer foundation vibe for me is like where it's at. Sheer foundation with concealer. I think it's where we need to. I've been saying that for a while too. Roll the playback. I've been encouraging everyone to go sheer on the foundation for a hot minute, and this is a great place to start. And with this type of weather, this is where I tend to go. I don't want a thick, goopy, full coverage. It's just not pretty in the sunlight kind of foundation. This is beautiful always. Lastly, I wanted to tell you guys about some lashes. I am not wearing these today, because I wanted to save this and show it to you. I only bought 2 when I picked these up and I lost the other pair. So I'm not wearing these today, but these are the Kiss Lash Couture Luxe Extensions collection in Royal Silk. The chickens are here. I need to make this a drinking game or something. Yeah, if you guys have been following me for a while, especially if you came here or have seen my hooded eye videos, you're going to hear me talk about the fact that with hooded eyes, lashes are very important, especially the shape. And what you want if you have hooded eyes is a lash that's going to give you like a curl. Because for me at least, if I wear a lash that's too short or that goes straight out or down, it just makes my eyes look more tired and squinty than sometimes my hooded eyes can already make them look. So these, I don't know if you can tell, I'm trying to get you like a good, there you go. You see that side profile? You see that curvature? That is what you want, and Kiss makes like some of the best lashes for this. Like, it's kind of the bane of my existence as a hooded eye girl, is finding the perfect lash, and these are kind of becoming a fast favorite of mine. They have some that are a little more robust than this in this line, but this is a more natural for me kind of look. Clearly, if you look at my lashes, you know I don't love a super natural lash, but these are stunning. I picked them up at Ulta. I am going to pick up more, but if you guys have ever seen any other lashes from any other brand that have this level of curl, can you see? There we go. I'm trying to like get it. There we go. Can you see? This level of a curl, please let me know because I will stock up. All right, guys, that's it. That's all I have for you today. As always, thank you to the patrons. And a big thank you to Naked and Thriving for sponsoring this video. I have to get out of here because these chickens are going to keep crowing for the entirety of the time they hear me talking. It's like they hear me speak and they're trying to speak back. So I have a lot of stuff coming for you. I will see you very, very soon. Stay tuned and subscribe if you are new here. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.